So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a story where I got really lucky in school. Now, school is a topic that a lot of people don't really like to talk about because it stresses them out, but this is just a funny story and honestly the luckiest thing that's ever happened to me grades-wise in school. So I take a bunch of these really hard classes and we're online half the time and at school half the time, so it makes it very difficult to learn harder classes, especially if you're in like honors classes or college classes. It makes it very hard. So I take a class on Spanish 2, and I barely remember anything on Spanish 1. I'm just going to leave that there. I don't remember Spanish 1 barely at all. So we had a test in Spanish 2, and I walk into the classroom, and my friend who's in that classroom says, "Hey, you know we have a test in here, right?" My jaw just dropped. I didn't know we had a test in there, even though she reminded me like multiple times the night before and the day of that we had the test. I still was shocked at the fact that we had a test because I wasn't prepared at all. So for the entire class period, I was sitting there just thinking about all of the possible outcomes of this test because I overthink a lot. And the teacher was just going over a bunch of review until we were going to take the test at the end of the class. The teacher finally gives us the test and says, "Good luck, you guys. Remember all the stuff that you can, and hopefully you guys get a good grade." So I start taking this test and reading over these questions. I don't recognize any of these words. I'm trying to read the blanks and fill in the words from memory, but I didn't remember anything. So I just started writing random words that I thought made sense, and I just hoped to God that it would work. And towards the end of the test, it was going to give us back our test score immediately, so we would know what we made. But the teacher stressed this at the beginning: it will not show you the exact score that you actually got, because she needs to go back through and check for spelling errors and accent marks that you missed, stuff like that. So when I finish with the test, I look at my score, and my score says a 21 out of 100. I got an absolute F, and I was not that stressed out about it because I don't really care, but I was still in shock that I did that bad. So I figured that the teacher was going to talk to me about my grade and tell me to retake the test, most definitely, because I failed it that bad. So I was just waiting for her to come up to talk to me, and she talked to a few kids around the room and told them, you have to come back in and retake the test. But she never came and talked to me, so I was really confused. I asked this kid that sat in front of me, "Hey, do you think maybe the teacher forgot to talk to me?" He said, "I don't know, you might want to check and see on the website and see if she revised your grade." So I went to the website, and my grade went from a 21 to an 81. I didn't even know that you could revise a test and fix its score that much. I was celebrating because if I pass Spanish 2, I don't have to take an entire foreign language class for the rest of my high school, which is going to be a huge stress relief. Because me personally, I don't really like Spanish class. I think it's great that we're able to learn it, and it does look really good on a resume to say that you can speak 2 languages, and especially Spanish, because that's like the second most spoken language in the world, I think. But Spanish 2, on top of Algebra 2 and Chemistry and all those other different high school classes, they just don't really mix well, and learning all of them at once becomes a little overwhelming. But hey, if I can keep getting those miracle test grades in Spanish 2 and I can pass that class, I will be happy. So that's the story on how I went from a 21 to an 81 on my Spanish test. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.